Rub the sun or lick the moon. Scoop up your sunlight and moonlight teas. Link is down in the description. Bruh, it's either or. You decide. Hello everybody, welcome back to another Sword and Shield video here today. We're going to be talking about the starters and who is the best of the three competitively. I did this for Sun and Moon. I've done it for X and Y. And now here we are doing it for Galar for Sword and Shield. So obviously if you want to see more videos like these, you guys really do seem to love the Zacian and Zamazenta one. Hit that like button down below, subscribe for more Sword and Shield. Let me know your thoughts down below as well. I know you think it's the best of D3. Obviously we're not going based off design or how they run through the game. This is competitively in a Wi-Fi battle competitive format. I'm mainly going off singles. I could attempt to go off doubles. But obviously if you play doubles, you play VGC, the by all means, I would love to hear your thoughts down below. I'm really good at singles, but I'm not the best at doubles. I really never play it. So if you are a doubles player or a VGC player, I would love to hear your take on it, on who you think is the best of the three. And a VGC more style S, but it could be like emulated if the one's really good. It could be emulated, you know? It could definitely be emulated. Because I think in singles, like, Primarina is the strongest, but in doubles, Incineroar is the best. So I think Incineroar is like top 5 mons in VGC. So we'll see where this goes. Guys, we're going to start off with Inteleon, the most hated of the three. I know Sabo Squad is going to come crucify me for saying that, but look, the truth hurts, all right? A lot of people don't like this mon because the last design fumbled it. A lot of people they love Sabo. I love Sabo. They love the middle design. The middle design's okay, but then they saw Inteleon and they kind of lost it. And me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Inteleon. It's easily like bottom 5 my favorite of design-wise of final starters for me personally. But I don't know. We're going to go based off him. There's a lot of hidden abilities. I got 2. All of them have really good hidden abilities. And I wanted to talk about Inteleon first because when I saw his hidden ability at first, I was like, dog, what? But I was like, does he get focus energy? And he indeed does. So sniper focus energy, snipe shot. It just sounds like he's going to be critting it. Regardless of even snipe shot, he can run Scald. Scald will body everything in the game too. But we're going to go based off of this mon. Unfortunately, all 3 of them are pure typings. There was the leak. It wasn't really credible. It was one at the beginning of the year saying that Sabo was going to be water poison, Vileplume is going to be grass rock, and obviously Score Bunny is going to be firefighting. Now, would I have rather preferred water poison and firefighting? Yes. Grass rock, not so much. Grass rock is terrible. I'd much rather have pure grass, but I don't know. Like, you never can go wrong with firefighting. But we'll talk about Cinderace later on. He's interesting of the 3. The most interesting of the 3. But here you are in Inteleon. He is based off a secret agent, obviously, secret agent Pokemon. He's literally 007. Gotta respect it. He's got really good stats, honestly. I mean, like, he's very, very, very frail. Decent HP stat of 70. Decent attack stat of 85. And then he's got really poor defenses of both 65 each. Couple of 70 HP stat. That is really, really poor. My man is going to get OHKO by almost anything that breathes on this guy. That is super effective, like a Thunderbolt or like a Leaf Storm is just going to body him. You know what I mean, dude? A Leaf Blade, all that. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter when he has base 120 speed. It just doesn't matter because he's so fast and he hits so hard. I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, again, I wish that he low-key was like scuffed Greninja. I really wish that he was, because if he was, he'd be extremely good then. Like right now, on paper, he looks like a solid mon on paper, right? Like, he has 125 special attack, 120 speed, 125 stab, special attack. Scald is gonna hurt. But you'll see as we go into this. He's typing here pure water. Sorry, resist both fire, water, and ice, and steel. And he's only weak to electric and grass. So pure water typing is never really bad because there's no con, right? There literally is no con. You have 4 resistances, 2 weaknesses. You hardly ever see electric types, especially with Tapu Koko being gone. Tapu Koko's like, yo, you're electric type? Come on, dog. But Tapu Koko being gone, Serperior being gone, like big buffs are ready to this mon of threatening mons that are gone. Tapu Bulu's gone as well too. Big buffs that are already gone. This mon doesn't really have to worry about that. He will never have to fear the day. There's no Z moves, so you won't have to see things like Z Wild Charge or like, you know, even like Bloom Doom. Heat Trend, he doesn't even have to worry about things like that, so that's really, really convenient for him. So already he's off to a start. But I guess it's not really the best thing ever being pure water, because as you can see on paper, he is neutral to everything. So the thing that he resists, obviously himself, ice types, most ice types are water types, doesn't have to worry about that. Steel types, which is That honestly probably his best resistance right now is that he resists steel types. Water types are pretty common, so solid resists that too, but it's whatever. It's mainly steel types. Then there's just fire, but fire typing really isn't that good. So I don't know. Like you think about it, most fire types they have a secondary typing, so that's why they're really good. But I don't know. It's like just a mid. It's a mid typing. You know what I mean? It's not bad, but it's not amazing either. So all in all, on paper, he looks like he could be someone solid, right? He's got pretty good attack stats. He's got pretty good speed stat. He's got like 4 resistances. But then you look at it here, he's got some interesting moves that he learns. He learns U-turn. That really surprised me. That's already really good that he learns U-turn. A speed stat like that learning U-turn is going to be very convenient. Very convenient. That's already a big plus for him. I guess Sucker Punch is priority, so he has access to priority. Tearful Look is I think it's a new move because I've genuinely never heard of this. Oh, it came out in Sun and Moon? Okay, then it's not. There's some irrelevant moves that came out in Sun and Moon that I just did not know of. But he gets like Rain Dance, obviously, of course, by level up. He gets Hydro Pump. IMO, I don't think you ever really need to run Hydro Pump on this Mon. Why run it when you can run Sniper Shot with Focus Energy Sniper? Or you could run like Scald, has a chance to burn, or you could just run Surf. I mean, if you want to run Hydro Pump, it would purely be based on if you Dynamax. Because if you Dynamax, you don't miss moves. Otherwise, I don't recommend it because you're going to miss a lot. Like, that 80 accuracy, it sounds good on paper, but dog, have y'all played Pokemon? 80 is like 2. So, if you want to run it, it'd be purely based for Dynamax and purely based for power. It is a gradation as well, too. So, I guess you want to run a weird mix set. But, I mean, honestly, the thing is going to be looking like the standard set is like Scald / Hydro Pump, U-Turn, Ice Beam, and then, like, I don't even know the last move, dog. I don't even know. You see a bunch of weird moves that he learns here, too. Moves he can learn by TM. He gets Icy Wind. He gets Icicle Spear. He also gets Ice Beam. That's not updated on here. Oh, wait, no minute. No, I don't think he learns Ice Beam. No, he does. Okay, I was going to say it's a TR. It's a TR. I saw Hop go for it. I'm on crack today, guys. But these are the TMs you can learn, obviously. Mud Shot. God. These TMs are awful, man. Go for the TRs. TRs are awful. TMs are awful, sorry. Go for the TRs. He gets SD. He gets Surf, Ice Beam, Blizzard, Hydro Pump, Waterfall. My man gets Shadow Ball, Dark Pulse. So not the largest of coverage. I wish he learned, like, Sludge Bomb. The way he could be able to hit Fairy types pretty strong. Because imagine getting that focused energy with Sniper to be able to just go in and just crit everything. Imagine that. But he can't. Because he can't learn Sludge Bomb. I feel like it would have been a big plus if you could learn Sludge Bomb to take on fairies like Hatterene. Mainly Clefable is the biggest thing. But like Gigantamax Hatterene would be pretty good to take on. Even Gigantamax Grimmsnarl. But no, he doesn't learn a single poison move at all. Which is really weird because he looks like a chameleon, doesn't he, guys? Right? Like, Sobble is a chameleon. So that's a little unfortunate that he doesn't learn that, so it's already a pretty big negative there. Like, the only real reason why you would run this Mon is to just hacks, right? Like, this Mon really is just going to be defying logic and defying calcs because he's going to be critting everything that he sees across the entire field. Obviously, Sniper's not out yet. Their hidden abilities are locked. The 3-stars, their hidden abilities are locked. We're still going to put them into consideration, though. But, like, man, dude, like, I don't know. I just feel like this Mon, its move pool isn't the largest for a Molodist. Like, we came from Greninja. That's his predecessor. Obviously, we're not going to look at Primarina because Primarina's necessary goal isn't a powerful move pool, but just to hit really hard. Versus this guy, he could hit really hard. He's got base 125, and it crits all the time. So I guess in that way, you can get away with not being able to hit things pretty super effective-wise with the Sludge Bomb. I just feel like if you had Sludge Bomb, it would have been amazing, but he doesn't learn that. But I feel like he can get away with it because he can crit everything. As of right now, he cannot. As of right now, it's going to suck. Also, his only form of special setup is Work Up. He does not get Nasty Plot or Calm Mind. So that could be a hindrance because a lot of Mons learn Nasty Plot and Calm Mind. So that could be a hindrance. That his only real way of leveling up on the specially offensive side is Work Up. Because he learns the Swords Dance, but he doesn't learn Nasty Plot. I don't know. If he's a secret agent spy, wouldn't he be plotting nastily? I don't know, dog. That's just me. I don't know. Overall, Inteleon is looking like a solid Mon, definitely for sure. I feel like this Mon can only really get better because once that hidden ability comes out, it'll get better. We put it into consideration of obviously what it can do, but in terms of this video, the hidden ability is obviously not out. When it is, though, this mon could definitely become a lot better. It could even very well become like a Superior, where Superior was useless without that ability. But this thing's got really, like, it hits hard and it's very fast. But, like, it hits hard in only, like, the water way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, water stabs. I don't know. It's interesting. We're going to look at now next, Vileplume, the Grass Gorilla. I love this one. Obviously, my favorite of the three. I think it is the best design-wise final starter Evo. That's just me, though. I wasn't sold on it at first, but it really grew on me. My man gets Grassy Surge for his hidden ability. So, like I said, they all have pretty good. Actually, no, they all have great hidden abilities. He gets Grassy Surge for a hidden ability. That's already pretty solid. I mean, that guy's also very tanky, dude. He is, like, he's got 85 speed with these tankiness. Like, look at that. That's 70 HP he can get away with because he's 100 HP, right? He has 90 defense, really good physical defense. Insane attack stat, 125. Really insane HP instead of 100. 70 HP is solid when you have 100 HP, and you can run Assault Vest. So that's already pretty good. 60 special attack, don't worry about that. You are never clicking Energy Ball. You are never clicking Boom Burst. But the fact that maybe you could cheese it getting away with that, I don't know. I feel like you can catch people off guard running a Specs Boom Burst. That's just me. You can catch people off guard with that. Remember, people used to run Swallow offensively, and then Swallow got this attack buff. People start running Boom Burst. So I don't know. We'll have to see. But this guy is already looking like a very solid mon. Definitely, he does a different job, as you can tell from Inteleon. Inteleon's more like a glass cannon, where it's super fast and it's super hard. And then Vileplume is like, he hits incredibly hard, but he's also very tanky. If you look at his 100 HP with 70 special speed def, where you can just slap an Assault Vest on, 90 defense. I mean, you also look at his type 2, it's pure grass. So there's this water, electric, and grass, obviously, right? And ground, of course. Ground is definitely the biggest. Ground and water are the two biggest ones that he resists. And then you have weaknesses to flying, bug, fire, ice, and poison. A lot of poison mons are not actually in this game. I think the biggest threats to him poison-wise would be if like another mon learns like Sludge Bomb. But outside of that, like a lot, like Crobat's not here, so like a lot of poison mons are not gonna be that scary. So this Galarian Weezing, I think they'll be the #1 threat to him because it has Levitating. Galarian Weezing just absolutely walls this thing. Like Galarian Weezing just stops this mon from doing what he wants to do. That's why maybe low-key running Boom Burst may not be the world's worst thing with that 60. I don't know, Doug. That could be trash. It could be good. It could be solid. I don't know, dude. Regardless, though, like Galarian Weezing is probably the biggest threat to him because Toxapex is part water. So you could just get like a banded like Wood Hammer and like it still hurt, especially when you're in Dynamax form. But the biggest threat to him is probably like, yeah, Galarian Weezing. Definitely because Crobat's not here. Obviously flying too, like Baleno T's not here. There's no Z moves, so I feel like letting these starters here without Z moves is gonna be a really big plus to them because like Z Fly is really annoying, like Z Hurricane, like those guaranteed turn 1 or those guaranteed landing flying moves could really hurt him. And Crobat's not here, like I said again, Crobat's not here. Crobat literally has 2 of his weaknesses. Crobat literally stops this mon from existing, but I feel like this guy would still do like 40% to a Crobat. I don't know why, but that attack side is insane, dude. It's crazy, man. It's nuts. Fire typing, not really the scariest. Not a ton of other neutralities, obviously, of course. But you got his move pool here. You can learn solid moves. I mean, guys, his level up moves, he gets double hit. Really interesting. Trombidity is a new base move, which is a pretty solid move. It lowers the opponent's speed. So for a mod that is base 85 speed, which by power creep isn't the greatest anymore, but a lot of power creep is gone. So I feel like maybe it's just me, guys, but 85 is looking solid in this meta because a lot of threats are gone now that enabled that power creep. Megas are gone, Z moves are gone, Tapu Koko is gone, Greninja and Landorus are gone. So a bunch of those mons that pretty much enabled and validated the power creep are essentially gone. So I feel like we're back into like Gen 5 meta almost, Weather Wards and stuff like that, where base 85 speed is actually not bad anymore. Because last meta, base 85 speed was not that good. But now, it's looking like it could be a solid base speed stat. You know what I mean? It's looking solid. But lowering the speed stat every single turn could be solid. I feel like Rillaboom's going to be really good in sand teams. Like you could be put into that Breloom spot. Or people used to run Breloom in some sand teams. It could be like filled in that spot. So pretty solid already. Signature move that he learns. Guaranteed lowers it. And it does 80 base power. Like that's solid. He gets Wood Hammer, of course. He gets Boom Burst. It's always really interesting. He learns Knockoff at level up. I mean, he's only knocking on a drum. It would make sense for him to learn that. And there's a bunch of his team moves that he learns. He learns like Drain Punch, which is really good actually. That is really good. That really helps him enable and embody things like Tyranitar and Excadrill. So already off rip, that's insane, dude. That is insane, right? He gets Acrobatics. It's interesting, right? He gets U-Turn as well. Like, that was really interesting. He gets U-Turn as well. I'm pretty sure all 3 starters get U-Turn. So they all have initiative. So none of these starters are actually bad. He gets a bunch of special moves too, like Giga Drain, Solar Beam, Solar Blade, and Solar Blade is like pretty much physical Solar Beam, but it does more damage. It does more damage. Giga Impact, I feel like with Z moves, this guy would be a monster. If you saw Z moves, this guy would be a monster. Acrobatics, of course, like I think I already said that. Stomping Tantrum, Scuffed Earthquake, but he gets. My point is, he gets a lot of solid moves. His TR moves, this guy learns a lot of moves. Swords Dance, Body Slam, Low Kick, Earthquake. Madhu gets Superpower. Madhu gets Taunt. That could definitely be an interesting mod to stop things like Clefable, dog, because his speed creep is pretty good to where it's enough to outspeed a lot of walls. Because I thought this guy was like gonna be really slow, but like I thought it was gonna be like base 50 speed, because we're so like traumatized from last gen. All the starters from last gen, or just a bunch of the mods from last gen, had awful speed stats. You know what I mean? So it's really good to see that majority of these mods have really good speed stat. Mind you, he's also the slowest of the 3, 85. So that's not saying much. He gets Focus Blast as well too. Bulk Up, Energy Ball, Earth Power, Leaf Storm, Darkest Lariat, Work Up, High Earth Power, Body Press, and move that does more damage as he actually get defense. So Bulk Up with Body Press could be really solid for this mod. I low-key wish he get priority though. Like if he got Sucker Punch, that'd be insane. If he got Sucker Punch, like that's just the icing on the cake. I don't think this guy gets any form of priority whatsoever at all. I'm just double checking here, guys, but I do not think this mod learns any priority, like at all, which is a little unfortunate. But I just feel like they'd be just doing too much. I'd be doing way too much if he did, you know? But overall, he has a really good move pool. Definitely a big upgrade from Inteleon. As you can see, Inteleon barely learns any solid moves. It'll be getting like a ton of water moves, ton of ice moves, you know what I mean? The best it gets is like Dark Pulse and Shadow Ball. Ghost and Dark types essentially are beating similar things. Like Ghost types beat Ghost types, Dark types beat Ghost types, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know, dude. I just feel like if Inteleon had a better move pool, it'd be solid and a better way of setting up. But Rillaboom learns a lot of moves. He has 2 ways of setting up: Swords Dance, Bulk Up, and Work Up. Work Up, Bulk Up, and Swords Dance. So if you, for whatever reason, wanted to run it specially offensive, for whatever reason, to catch your opponent off guard, catch those Galarian Weezings off guard with a Work Up Boom Burst, then I guess you could. But this guy, like, you could run this guy Scarfed, you can run it Banded, you can run it Life Orb, Setup, Sub Bulk Up. I cannot wait to make a move pool video off this guy. This guy learns so much moves, dude. He is looking really good. He is looking really good. And that hidden ability is insane because there's going to be a lot of weather words getting back into. Excadrill is looking like top 3 mons from this meta. Top 5 mons. So, like, he just kind of comes in and invalidates Excadrill's Earthquake. Tyranitar's Earthquake. Oh my god, even if Lando T, but Lando T with no Z moves, I don't think we're ever going to get Z moves again after Gen 7. Or I pray and hope that we never get Z moves again after Gen 7. But, I don't know. I hope to God we don't. Like, if we get Gen 4 remakes, I don't know, man. I hope we don't. But this guy with Z moves would be crazy. Like, Z moves obviously would hurt him too. So maybe we wouldn't know the full capacity of how strong he'd be with Z moves. But this guy would be crazy with Z moves, bro. And then last but not least, we have Cinderace. The last mon here. This one is really just a legend of his own. I'm a man which is both Steel and Fairy. So that's already saying a lot. That is actually saying a lot. Like, he is, like, you guys know me. I always say competitively, pure fire typing is never that good. There's no pure fire typing that is good. Darmanitan and Entei were the only ones that were trying to break it. Entei lost a power creep. Darmanitan just stopped being used in high tier because of the power creep as well, too, with Z moves, Megas, bunch of the power creep, especially with Z moves. Z moves are the biggest thing that made it toward Darmanitan. Kind of fell off a bit, especially Entei. Entei hard fell off. Entei is the worst of the 3 dogs. He hard fell off. But man, dude, this Cinderace is just out here like, dog, let me show you why pure fire type may not be that bad. I mean, he has resistance to steel and fairy, but there was this grass and ice and bug and fire. Already pretty solid. He has 3 weaknesses: water, ground, and rock. There's no way you can forget this guy's weaknesses. 2 of them are literally brown. They involve the earth. There's no way you forget this guy's weaknesses. And then water beats fire. So I've actually seen people that forget what Scorbunny's weak to, and it just blows my mind. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But this guy gets a hidden ability. If you guys don't know what Libero is, probably from the 3 you've already done Sniper, you know Gravity Surge. Libero. Now, a lot of people actually don't know this. If you click this, it's literally Protean. Changes the Pokemon's type to that of its previously used attack. This is literally Protean. That's why I said in the beginning of the video, wait for Cinderace, guys. He is the exact form of Greninja. He is actually Greninja. This mon is Greninja. Obviously, we could throw Greninja hits a lot harder, but this mon is actually scuffed Greninja. I feel like Greninja may be better, or is better. He is better because of the typing that he starts off with. Because bringing in a Scorbunny is going to be obnoxious because he could lose to hazards, you know what I mean? Versus Greninja, who necessarily, like, hazards were a problem to him like they were to any other Glass Cannon mon, but he wasn't weak to them like Scorbunny is going to be weak, to rocks. That could hurt him in the long run of how long he could be alive throughout the match to be able to make access of the moves that he becomes into. So that could be a detriment. That could hurt him. I feel like that's the only thing that's really going to be negative on Scorbunny that we talk about, guys. I call the other, but they're final ones. I keep calling them Scorbunny. That could be the only thing that could really hurt this mon, guys, is this typing. Also, sorry, I stand corrected. Greninja has 103 special attack and 95 attack. This thing's got 116 attack. But Greninja's mixed. This guy, like, Greninja takes the cost of not having, like, over 116 in one stat for offensive sides because he's mixed. So almost having 100 attack and having over 100 special attack with a 122 speed. Yeah, Greninja still does better than this guy. But wow, man. Cinderace, dude. Cinderace is looking crazy, man. Like, obviously, of course, I don't think, like, as of right, okay, I'll talk about my thoughts at the end of the video on who's the best, but the hidden abilities are really going to be changing this, guys. Like, you will see the hidden abilities are really going to be changing this. But he's got 80 HP, which is not bad. The 75 defenses, they're okay. Like, they could be worse, you know what I mean? Coupled to 80 HP, like, the 80 HP is really saving it. It's got 116 attack, 119 speed. It bothers me that it's 119, like, it actually does. But I think all starters have to be 530. Yeah, I think they have to be. So that's probably why it's 119. But couldn't you have not, like, they could have just removed 1 point in special attack and put it into speed. They could have done that. And then took it up to 530 because it kills my OCD. It just bothers my OCD so much that it's 119. You can hear me complain about that for a minute. But I guess, right? I guess. It's not the world's weird thing. I guess, right? Like, I guess. But all in all, this guy's got really good stats. He's going to be hitting hard. He's going to be moving very fast. That 119 speed, especially when they took off, like, a lot of mons. 119 is looking crazy, dude. Like, they cut off a lot of mons. Like, that's what I'm saying when it comes to the dex cut. Like, I know a lot of people may have been upset about that. But in the retro scheme things for competitive Pokemon battling, it's looking like it can change the meta hard because a lot of threats are gone. Like I said, Landorus Therian is gone. Landorus Therian would cuck this mon. He would 1000% cuck this mon. He would literally body this mon. Like, actually body almost every mon that I've named on this list. Maybe Inteleon because it's super fast, but even they could just run it scarfed. Lando can do everything. So Lando's gone. Clefable's here, but it depends what he learns. Rotom Wash is here, but it also depends what he learns. Toxapex is here, but it depends what he learns. So there's a lot of threats towards Cinderace that could hurt him. Like I just named off Rotom Wash, Clefable, and like even T-Tar. I would assume this guy can learn fighting moves, right? We're gonna look in here. Okay, he learns double kick and counter. So he definitely gonna learn some fighting moves. His flame charge could definitely be solid. He gets court change, swaps the effect on either side of the field. So that could be interesting. So like, let's say that your side is all like an intimidate drop and the enemy side doesn't, you could swap that effect. Or like if there's trick room. I don't know if that works on trick room or not, actually. I haven't looked too deep into this ability. Or this ability, I haven't looked too deep into this move. I would assume that it just, it's status. I would assume that it probably just changes like Maybe if you're poisoned too or paralyzed, or if you have like stat reduction, stuff like that. I don't know if it changes Trick Room. If it does, that would actually be crazy. Like Tailwind too, that would actually be crazy. But this guy gets balance as well too. So I don't know, man. I feel like maybe balance is not the best move ever anymore because Z bounce, Z fly, all that is not here. Those 2-turn moves, you know. So we'll have to see. I don't know. We'll have to see. He gets Fire Punch, acts with a Mega Kick, Fire Spin. But I feel like Dynamax moves have those added features. Gigantamax moves do. Sorry, Dynamax puts up the Sun. So since we're in Weather Wars, this guy could be pretty solid in a Sun team, is what it looking like. He also learns U-turn. That's really good. He gets Revenge, Assurance, Low Sweep. Low Sweep is looking pretty solid. I don't see why you'd ever run Fire Fang. Just always run Fire Punch. That's just weird. Or like Pyro Ball, his base 120 move. But it has a chance to miss. And it could also burn the opponent. I would assume 10%. But it has a chance to miss. That could suck. So if you don't want to miss, and you don't want to have that 120 stab move, you could run Fire Punch. It's a lot weaker. You could run Fire Punch. Bunch of moves he learns here. Flamethrower. He's got like what, 65 special attack? I don't know if that's gonna be the world's greatest. Rillaboom's got 60. I was talking about Boom Burst Cheese. So maybe cheese your opponents by a mix. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it though. As he learns Loki was already pretty good. It's really good against Harvanatar. So if you want to run like maybe like an Endure reversal set with like a berry, that could be solid too. He gets Baton Pass. Oh, that's clean. Wait a minute. He gets Shadow Ball. Why is he learning all these special moves? Taunt. Speedy Taunt user. Is it Infernape? Because Infernape is really good at doing that. He gets Bulk Up as well too. Overheat Blaze Kick. I don't see why you would ever run this move. Why choose Blaze Kick over Pyro Ball? They have the exact same accuracy and one's stronger. Does Bulk Up? Oh, Bulk Up Flare Blitz. Yo. He gets Focus Blast. Zen Heba Gunk Shot. Iron Head. Bruh. He is going to be a menace, dude. Once that ability comes out, he's going to be a menace. He gets Work Up as well, too. Allied Switch, Electro Ball. Electro Ball could be solid on this guy. Wait a minute. Because it goes based on a user's speed, and then you divide that by the user's, or the target's, that's what it said, by the target's, how slow they are. So the faster you are, the more damage you're doing, and also the faster you are from that specific opponent, the more damage you're doing as well too. So this, wait a minute. That Electro Ball could be clean. They get Toxapex, dog. That could be clean, dog. That could be clean. He gets Zen Headbutt as well too, though. So Toxapex, that's gonna hurt my guy. Stabs Zen Headbutt, that's gonna hurt. Yo, this dude's gonna be a monster, dude. He is gonna be a monster. He gets, what, 2 ways to set up? Agility BP? Dog, he is gonna be a monster. You don't even need to like, you can't, BP's banned, so you can't do like a bulk up agility, sub and baton pass. You can't do that, it's banned. But you can agility BP, you can do that. That is crazy though. Wow. Blows my mind, dude. And it gets U-turn? Dog, that's just. Also, please don't run setup with your U-turn. That's just not, like, no, don't do that, guys, because that would just be like that just defeat the purpose of setup, you know what I mean? But all in all, this one's looking really good with that hidden ability. He turns to all those typings. He can become a fairy type, dead. There's Clefable. He become a psychic type, dead. There goes Toxapex. He become a fighting type, dead. There goes Tyranitar. Those are 3 notable walls. I feel like the biggest problem to him is going to be Rotom Wash because he doesn't learn a grass move. Thank you, God, because Gyarados got Power Whip. Nothing stops Gyarados. It's not going to be a video where I whine about Gyarados. It's not going to be a video where I whine about Gyarados, but I will whine about Gyarados throughout the entirety of Sword and Shield. I'm letting you guys know right now. But all in all, through the conclusion of this and my thoughts, guys, if we're not counting hidden abilities at all, Rillaboom is the best of the 3 before the hidden abilities. All right? Rillaboom already has a lot of usage now, more than the 3 of these starters. The usage right this second, because he's solid in sand teams, right? And it's just one of those things as well, too, guys, where it's like without the hidden abilities, like Rillaboom is looking pretty solid. I mean, he learns a lot of good moves, just like I said with Cinderace. But he's got a better typing, like Pure Grass better than Pure Fire. And he's obviously tankier as well, too. Like, I don't think Scorbunny without that hidden ability is going to be one-shotting a lot of things, let alone even two-shotting a lot of things. So you have to set up for that. So versus Rillaboom, where that insanely sky-high attack stat, coupled with that bulk, he says 100 HP. Like, right now, he's off rip. He's looking like the best. Of the 3, no hidden abilities. So if you do no hidden abilities, it'd be Rillaboom. And then it's tough between the other 2. It really is. It's tough between the other 2. Maybe I'd say Inteleon because Inteleon's faster and it's harder. Yes. And then I'd say Cinderace. So if we're not counting hidden abilities, Cinderace is looking like the worst of the three. That's not saying much though, because he's still a really good Mon. But obviously you do have to break it down. So he's looking like the weakest of the three if we're not going by hidden abilities. And then if we are going by hidden abilities, it just swaps. It just swaps, dude. It just swaps. Like Cinderace and Inteleon just swap their positions then. Then Cinderace is the best if we go by hidden abilities, followed by Vileplume, and then followed by Inteleon. That is what I believe objectively is the final decision based off of that. Maybe if there was Z moves, Cinderace would be a lot better, but there's not. So it's really weird how like just one hidden ability could really change them on. I mean, essentially for Alligator and Superior, they got their hidden abilities and they went from trash to, okay, for Alligator is now solid and Superior is just awful. Or it went from actually awful to just insanely god tier, you know? So that's, like I said again, without hidden abilities, and repeat that again, without hidden abilities, it goes Rillaboom, Inteleon, Cinderace, and then with hidden abilities, it just swaps. It goes Cinderace, Rillaboom, Inteleon. So Grookey Gang, we're looking solid. We're now, either way, we're not the worst. We're looking solid. Inteleon, me saying you are the worst when it comes to hidden abilities is not an insult because you are still a very good Mon. It's just Cinderace is literally becomes a Greninja. So it's just crazy. So, I mean, Greninja also got incredibly better with that ability. It was already good. So I feel that's what Cinderace is at. Like, Cinderace is already all right, but gets better with that ability. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Guys, that's going to be it for the video. Like I told you, a little longer this one because we have to go a little bit more deeper into it. It's also 3 months now. If you enjoyed it, that like button, let me know your thoughts down below on what you think. Do you agree with me? If you don't, why? If you can give me a good reason why, I'd love to hear it. If not, because you like Sobble that much, then I'm not going to listen to you. Scoop the merch, guys. The link is on screen right now. Or, well, the visuals on screen. You can buy them right down below. There's a code coming out soon, guys. Definitely make sure to scoop you up some of that love. And I will talk to you guys in the next one.